This is me, Stu, from Stuart Scale Models, back with a monthly update, just on my builds, what I've got in regards to acquisitions and how my builds are going. Not a lot done, unfortunately. However, as you can see from here, this is my entry into Chancellor North Wales World War One group build, which is of particularly poignancy this weekend as we commemorated the 100th anniversary of the start of the Battle of the Somme. So really that was an inspiration for me to get cracking on this project. Actually, I'll just move the camera up a little bit and I might even zoom in so you can see a bit better. There we go. Oh, actually back a bit. There we are. That's a bit better. Just get my thumb out of the way. There we are. As I say, this is my entry into Chancellor North Wales World War One group build, and as I say, I have a particular connection to the battle because basically my late grandfather on my father's side of the family actually was involved in the Battle of the Somme. I don't know if he was there the first day of it, but I know he was with the Yorkshire Division. Which was based near Beaumont-sur-Mon, I think, which is where they mined a tunnel. I don't know if you've ever seen the famous footage of this great big explosion, but he was near there. And to this day, the crater is still there, which actually signified the start of the attack itself. And as we all know, it was the most horrific day in the British Army's history. Because 60,000 men were lost or injured on that first day. It was designed as a push to try and shorten the First World War, but it didn't turn out like that. They'd, I think, done around about 3 or 4 days constant barrage on the German positions themselves, but to no effect. Because once the boys went over the top, they just got absolutely mown to bits with all the machine guns from the German trenches. And it was the biggest loss in the history of the British Army to this day. So hence why I've decided to start on this project now. The actual base is from a company called Fields of Glory, which is based in Camberley and Surrey, and I would suggest you check out their website. They do various bases and diorama accessories, basically plaster cast, as you can see from this one here. The figures are from the Master Box set, if I've got the box around here somewhere. Where did I put it? What did I do with it? Here's right beneath my feet. It's the hand-to-hand fight set from Master Box. It's a very good set. You've got a plethora of ammunition packs, stowage, the lot. The detail on them is fantastic. I cannot fault Master Box. Yeah, admittedly there's no instruction sheet, but to be honest, you can work it out yourself. They went together beautifully. Admittedly, there are a few gaps here and there which I've got to fill in. But I just love the stances of the figures. It just really gives some sort of sense of action to the scene. I mean, as you can see here, if I pull it forward, there we go. You got this guy up here, who's obviously the squad leader from the German side. He's actually going to shoot this guy who's about to attack his colleague. And then up here, you've got these two guys about to battle it away as well. I just love the base. The texture on it is gorgeous. It's going to be a very interesting project to paint. I mean, even on the actual wooden boards here, you've even got the wood grain on it. It's beautifully produced. I was going to use the one in the box, but I thought this would be more appropriate. I mean, I've had this thing sitting around for the best part of 2 years anyway, waiting for a time and some figures to go with it, and I just think this is going to be looking absolutely awesome when it's finished. I don't think it's going to take that long to do, because it's just basically a case of filling the figures painting them, priming and painting them. The same with the base. Then obviously with the base I may well use some pigments just to get it a little bit of texture, etc. And then it should be done. I won't be doing another video on this because I thought, well, there's not that much to it, and to be honest with you, it's just basically a case of getting the figures filled in and painted, pigments, job done. So there you go. So the next time you'll see this will be a final reveal. Alright, and when that will be I don't know, because obviously it's dependent on life, etc. But there you go. So that's my first project of the year, ongoing. The tiger, well, I haven't got very far with that, I'm afraid, guys. Just haven't had the time. I've decided to repaint the running gear. I wasn't very happy with the camo on it, and actually I found out something quite interesting, because if you look on this tablet, if I get my tablet, come on, I've got a photograph of the actual tiger itself. As you can see here, this is Thomas Amsterdam-Gruber's tiger itself, taken at Normandy. From the photo, it doesn't even look as though they've got any camo on the wheels, to be honest with you. I might be wrong, but it looks fairly plain on the actual running gear, so I think that's what I'm going to go with. Sorry, it's just gone a bit dark. There we are. Whoop, I don't know what happened there. There you go. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Well, I might do a little bit of camo, I don't know. But I think it would be a lot easier if I didn't. As I say, from the photograph, it really doesn't look as though they've got any camo on the wheels, to be honest with you, as you can see there. So that's what I'm going to go with. The actual vehicle itself, well, I have done some detailed paint work on her. If I get that there, I'll move this one out the way and get the actual vehicle itself. As you can see here, I've started doing I've virtually done all the detailed paint work on it, with the ammunition pack on the top there, the tools, tow ropes. Obviously you've got the cradle for the turret here. I've just got to do the exhaust stubs, weather it up on the jack here. So yeah, that's as far as it's got at the moment, really. So not all that much work done on the Tiger, but as I say, I am going to get cracking on with her fairly soon. Now I'm afraid, in regards to the RSM Buddy build with the Tiger, I haven't had a chance to get her started. I've got all the stowage in, etc. But I'm afraid, guys, I haven't even really got started on her yet, so sorry Paul, sorry Lee, I might be late for the final reveal. I'm afraid that one's going to be a late one, so I might miss the finishing date, unfortunately, because life has basically generally got in the way again. In terms of the other group build, which is the Bandai group build, again with that one, I haven't really got started on that. I don't know when I'm going to get started on her. Damn, I've just dropped all the bloody wheels all over the floor, but there you go. So, Papa Dan, I'm sorry, bud. I don't think I'm going to get my entry done in time either. But I will proceed with the build and do a final reveal as and when. So that is the current state of where I am with my projects. As I say, I just haven't had the time, really. It's only this weekend that I've really had some quality time, because it's been my weekend off. And obviously I've been working on this little beauty. I must admit, I am enjoying it. It's something a little bit different from the ordinary. It's my first sort of go at a Dio. I'm just picking up my running gear at the moment. For the Tiger. So yeah, there you go. That's as far as I've got with those projects at the moment. But as I say, this one I'm absolutely loving it. I really am enjoying it. I might even do a second one, because I've got another base which I can use for a First World War set, and I've got some more Masterbox World War I figures. but I might well do them later in the year. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Right, so there we are. That's what I've been doing so far. I'm just going to move this out the way now, because obviously what I am going to run through is some of the acquisitions I've actually got in this month. And the first one I managed to get was a couple of books. Oh, actually, talking of books, actually, alongside the World War One projects, I got myself this one, which is one of Osprey's books on the British Tommy. The reason I did that was just to do some little research on the gear they're wearing. It's a fantastic book. They've got some beautiful period photographs from here, information on the weapons they used, etc. I mean, you can get an idea of how it must have been. It just tells you about the weapons, the service, active service, etc. of the British Tommy, discipline, you name it, it's all there. You've even got some colour illustrations just as a colour guide in case you want to build any more sort of figures, as it were, which is quite handy. Yeah, I really am enjoying this. I mean, it's not really something I've normally sort of got myself into in regards to the First World War, because little was talked about it until the sort of commemorations, really. Because if it hadn't been for these guys, we wouldn't be leading the lives we've got today. And I'm not setting apart from the guys who fought in the Second War either. But now we've got no surviving veterans. It's even more important that we remember these guys and what they sacrificed, really, you know. But yeah, I'm going to get another one on the Battle of the Somme, so that's going to come in handy. Another book I managed to get myself, and this is a kit I am actually going to get hold of at some stage, is this one, which is the X-Planes of the Third Reich. It's made by a company called Schiffer Military History Book, and this is written by David Mira. It basically gives you some scope on the 141. It was the most unusual looking aerodynamic aircraft that was ever sort of produced. This is the Airfix kit, which you can see here, the old 172nd Jobby, but the one I'm going to get hold of is the new Hobby Boss one. There's the designers who were behind it, etc. Wealth of detail. Even on the prototypes, the background to the project itself. It was actually in competition with the FW189, but was never put into service, unfortunately. Well, it was very, very fast, apparently. Quite a unique looking aircraft, as you can see here. But all the same, one for a what if project. I am going to get hold of the Hobby Boss one, and this will come in extremely handy for reference material, really. But as I say, it's an unusual looking aircraft, which is why I'm interested in it, and it was one of the most aerodynamic and fast aircraft of the time, and these were the other possible projects that were going to come from it. So there you go, and even some what if photos here and illustrations. So yeah, that's why I bought that one in, really, just as some reference material. And then this is the one I was after, and I've totally forgotten I pre-ordered it, is Tank Art 1. Again, brilliant book by Michael Rinaldi. All the various techniques, etc., that you can use to enhance your models and your projects. I like the one on the Tiger, actually, which is of particular interest. So yes, very, very good book. Now I've got the whole set, so yeah, it's going to come in really, really handy. So there you go. If you want to get hold of one, I'll suggest you get one quick, because they're getting snapped up. It's a reissue, but I'm glad I got one. Anyway, on to kits. First one I got, which I got on eBay, second hand, is this one, which is the Hobby Boss Panzer 38T. I might do that's a future project for an Otto Carius project, because I know he actually commanded one of these. Beautiful, crisp detail on it. The figures in it are fantastic, and I just can't wait to get my hands on that baby, I can tell you. Another one, which I actually snapped up on eBay for around about £13, and won it, was this one. It's Special Hobbies 148th Heinkel HE 178 V1. This was the world's first flying jet, which flew back in, I think, around about 1939. There's not a lot of detail to it, to be honest with you, so I might have to do a little bit of scratch building. There is some photo etch for the cockpit, but altogether it looks a nice, neat, quick little build, and when I'll get around to doing that, I don't know, but I'll probably do a little vignette or something for it. So there you go. Next one up, I won this one second-hand on eBay. It's one of Tamiya's range. I don't know if it's still available. It's the Ford GPA amphibian quarter-ton 4x4 truck. Quite a quick, neat little build by the looks of it, same as the Kubelwagen. Again, I might do a little vignette for this, possibly do a water feature as it's coming onto the Normandy beaches. Yeah, that should be a good little project. And I've got some mini art figures, well, figures again. This one I'm going to be possibly using in a future project for one of these figures. It's the mini art World War II drivers set, and these two particular ones are going to be of interest to me, and that one, because I've got some trucks that I need to get built at some stage. I think I've got an Opel Blitz, a V3000, so they're going to come in quite handy. And the detail on them again is faultless. And this one is, of course, the German tank crew 4445. It's got some photo etch in it with his medals, etc. I might use that one for the 205 Tiger. Yeah, this one looks like Piper, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if it is him. But there you go. But yeah, again, great detail on them, as is usual with Dragon, and they will come in very, very handy for future projects. And the last set of figures is one I possibly might do with the Panzer IV I got from Henrik, is Master Box's Die Skatspieler, German tanks crew having a game of cards on the side, so I might do that for a sort of a Barbarossa Dio, I don't know, we'll see, or possibly Blitzkrieg one. But there they are, having a break, playing cards, and I might have set the old Panzer IV in the background opened up in the height of summer. So there you go. And this one is one I've got, well, I've already got a MiG-21 of Edwards, but this is one that caught my eye. It's a weekend edition one. I won that one on eBay. MiG-21R, this is the reconnaissance version. This looks quite an interesting colour scheme for the Cuban aircraft, and then obviously you've got the desert Afghan scheme as well. So yeah, again, I may well have to get some aftermarket in for that. And there is a paint set, I think MiG do for Russian cockpits, so I'll get that in. But it does look a superb kit, I have to say. I might even do an inbox review on that one. Right, next up, I already got a Zero, as you know, some time ago with the Tamiya one. I've also managed to get it stable, mate. The roof. It's, again, a very good kit. I might have to get some extras in. But I thought that'd go nicely alongside the Zero, to be honest with you, for future sort of Pacific projects, as it were. Again, nice level of detail, although the kit is very old. I know my dad had one in his stash many years ago, but he never got around to building it. Because he went and saw Tora, and that's what inspired him. So yeah, good basis for a kit. And this is one I've got in again, which is the old Stug 3 House B, which comes with a metal barrel. I did sell one off ages ago, but I thought, nah, sorry, I'll get another one in. Again, good level of detail. It is a rebox of an old kit, up to me as usual standard. Admittedly, I will be getting aftermarket tracks because they obviously got the old horrible vinyl ones, but again, it does look a good kit. So there you go. And of course, you know me, I can't go by about a month without getting another Tiger. And this time I've got the one with Zimmerit. This is the one I'm going to use for the Tiger 205 project. Very good wealth of detail on it, as you can see from the side of the box. The Zimmerit on it is absolutely fantastic, and I've had a look inside, and as you know, I think recently do an inbox review of this kit. I love it. It's one of my favourite Tigers I've seen so far, although Takom have just announced that they're actually going to be releasing 2 King Tigers, so that's going to be interesting to see. And then finally, ultimately, I managed to get hold of, again on eBay, an Alamein Sherman. I've always wanted to get hold of one of these. Again, good level of detail, fantastic level of detail, can't fault them. And yeah, I look forward to building this puppy, I can tell you. And last but not least, I couldn't resist it. I've got an Airfix Lynx. This is the HMA Mark 88A, HM8 Mark 90B. I might do it as a Dutch version. I've had a quick look through it. Oh, wow. The detail in this is absolutely fantastic. It does look as though it's going to be an awesome kit to build. Again, when I'm going to get around to doing it, I don't know, but I just thought, I couldn't resist it. I've read some really good write-ups with this, so there you go. Anyway, that's it for this month, guys. It's gone on a bit longer. We're looking at nearly 27 minutes now, or 21 minutes. So, as I say, with this one, I am going to carry on with this, possibly when I get the odd bit of spare time. I will do a final reveal on that one. When it's going to be, I don't know. But I will let you know in due course. And again, the same with the Tiger. I'm probably will be focusing on the Tiger a little bit more now, because I know with the World War I projects, it's got over 3 more years on these. So I've got plenty of time with the Dio here to get that one finished. So I'm just going to focus on the Tiger for the time being, get her done, and then I'll do a final reveal. Alright. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I will catch up with you next month. Take care.